Hi, I'm Hunter Clouse. I'm politically active. I'm president of it. So why are you here today?
So I'm running for Springfield City Council, Zone 3, so it's a zone-specific seat, which is the southwest portion of Springfield and downtown.
All right, and what do you want the voters to know about you?
So the number one issue that got brought up to me during my campaigning through businesses, through citizens, was crime. Crime is the number one thing that got brought up here in Springfield to me. My background is law enforcement. I spent about 10 years in law enforcement. Through the ranks, I was a patrolman. I worked as a supervisor. I was an evidence custodian. I did our uniform crime reporting, which is crime stats. I was assistant police chief. So I have a lot of law enforcement experience. I know how a police department runs. I know what's effective for a police department and what's effective in fighting that with the community. I've been out of law enforcement for 5 years, and I work in manufacturing now. So I'm a blue-collar guy. So I come from the working class. I'm the only person that's running for city council that comes from a blue-collar background.
So what are the crime rates here in Springfield looking like?
Okay, so crime rates are a funny thing because you can make them look any way that you want. Okay, so in that regard, crime rates are higher than they would say we're going to look over an average period of years. So let's take 8 years. Over the past 8 years, crime rates have skyrocketed. The main ones that we've had have been violent crime and then narcotics-related crime. So those are the two things that have most negatively impacted our community. Recently, as of last year, we talked about there being a 10% overall crime reduction in Springfield. The problem that we have with that is that the Springfield Police Department has a policy where they don't necessarily respond to every single vehicle accident. It's also suggested that people call in property crimes opposed to sending officers necessarily out to those residents to deal with stuff. So a lot of people don't want to call in that they had a $10 item stolen out of their yard. If somebody doesn't report a traffic accident because they settled it themselves, that doesn't get reported in crime. Both are property crimes, which is the 10% down that we've seen here in town. So it's not really reflective of what actual crime rates are, but I think the Springfield Police Department does a fantastic job. I think our police chief cares about our community, but as a city councilman, I have the ability to affect policy and give them the tools to attack those crime areas that they really need to focus on.
So are you currently in office right now, or are you running for office?
So I'm running for office. So currently there's an incumbent in the seat that I'm running against, and so I'm hoping on April 2nd to replace him and hopefully positively affect him.
Now, is this for a zone or a jail?
So I'm running for Zone 3, which is Southwest Springfield and downtown.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about? Or anything else that you think you've struggled with in your campaign?
No, I mean, I'm not really struggling with anything in my campaign, but I can tell you a little bit about at least what I bring to the table. Every answer that I give is something I can tangibly actually do as a city councilman that affects the city. So a lot of answers that you hear aren't necessarily something that somebody can actually do. And everybody that's an incumbent has been on city council. They had an opportunity to make those changes. I've yet to do that. So my opponent's been on there for 4 years. So I'm new to this, and I hope to affect crime and bring that down. And most of my strategies for doing that don't cost us anything that we're already paying. So I'll just give a quick example. One of the things that affect us very negatively here is poverty. The Springfield poverty issue is great. One of the things that we can do as a tool, as a city, is to have alternative municipal sentencing for jail time. So if somebody steals $5 in gas and they can't afford $5 in gas, how are they going to afford a $150 ticket or a jail stay or have their vehicle towed? That perpetuates the poverty cycle. So we need to fix that. What we do is we give the courts a tool, which is alternative jail sentencing. So that's classes that teach pre-employment skills, workforce development skills, life skills like budgeting, things that are affecting them negatively, those individuals, that could really be beneficial to help bring them out of the poverty cycle.
So instead of just continuing to punish them, we're trying to rehabilitate them to make them more effective members of society.
Many times I've arrested somebody that the night before they were in a fist fight with me or made a very bad decision, and when we talk about it afterwards and to find out what their life situation is, the following morning they're back in my police department and I'm helping them fill out a job application. Because that's what you do. That's how you help affect the community. And sometimes those tools aren't available for people. And so I want to give law enforcement the tools, and I want to give the city the tools to to be able to do things like that, especially with crime. There's no point in putting somebody who's poor in crime because they're poor. That's not effective.
Just continues the cycle. Totally.
So there's easy things we can do to help protect our community and be community focused.
I think that's really nice talking to Noah.
Absolutely.
I hope to see you soon.
All right, thank you.